That is a taste of a daydream in Camelot.
It is the latest single from Grammy and Oscar-nominated songwriter Stephan Moccio's new album entitled Legends, Miss and Lavender, and friend of the morning show. Stephan joins us now. It's good to see you again. Welcome back.
Always good to see you both.
Yeah. All right. Let's just start first, if we could, about this album, because I know it's a really personal one for you. It marks your return to music after an extended time away. Why did you feel, first of all, Stephan, the need to walk away from music?
It was that life was becoming complicated. I'm a Canadian, moved to LA 10, 12 years ago, and I got sucked into the vortex of the pop industry, if you will. Had a great time, experienced a lot of success, and yet just life became big and just, like I said, complicated, and I wanted to return to simpler things. And I was finally in a position, with the success that I had, to just sort of step away and kind of do the music that I wanted to do again, which was come back to classical music in a very neoclassical, contemporary kind of way, and just create chill music that I was seeking myself in my personal life. Like when you go home to, you chill to, you cook to, you read to, you focus to, what was that album you were going to put on? And I went into the last 4 years so creating those types of albums, and here I am now. It's connecting with the world, which is incredible.
But to make this, you actually literally did walk to France.
I literally did. So this particular album, after because I already had two major solo piano albums out, I decided, what am I going to do differently this time? And I wanted to get physically out of the fray of LA, and so I went to Provence. So to a place called Miraval Studios, which is the same place as Brad Pitt's Miraval Winery. It's his estate. And he has this glorious recording studio that he renovated recently and created an exquisite environment for artists like myself to go down and be in solitude. I mean, what did it do? It really allowed me to kind of reclaim who I was. I got out of, like I said, the fray and the noise of LA. And after like day 10, 11, you realize you're there for another 3 weeks by yourself. Like I was recording everything after I had help setting up my microphones. My engineers left me alone there for almost a month. You start to just come back to who you are, which was really refreshing.
Mm. No engineers, nobody with you?
This is going to sound crazy. I had someone who's cooking meals for me at nighttime. But other than that, and I wasn't being disturbed by calls, emails from LA because we were almost on a 12-hour inverted cycle.
Okay. But thank goodness you remember to push record on all this great music.
Because I thank God I didn't drink too much wine.
Yeah, with all that wine. It sounds horrible.
It was.
Well, I know the emphasis also in this new album is back on the piano as well.
Right.
Talk to us about that.
I think that for me it was an exercise just to sort of say, what kind of creativity can I allow myself? And there in art, if you give yourself boundaries, as I say, it's like there's no hockey game without boards. So I said my boundaries on this was just one instrument. Well, actually, I had 3 pianos at Miraval, but it was just the one type of instrument, and I wasn't going to put anything else on it. It was just going to be that intimate, introspective sound.
And hence, you have this theme of solitude.
Correct. Very, very much so. Yeah. It's just I feel like
it speaks to the environment in which you recorded.
Precisely.
Lovely.
Precisely.
Listen, you've experienced so much success over your career and worked and written with, some of the all-time greats. Celine Dion, Miley Cyrus, The Weeknd, to name a few. Let's go from solitude to collaboration for a second. What makes a great collaboration with an artist?
That's the same thing as a relationship. Typically opposites attract, I believe, in a relationship. Because you're not, that way you're not canceling each other out, but you fit more like a glove. You challenge each other, you push each other just enough. It's like a bed that's taut just enough. So great collaborators, I find, are not often your best friends. They are just, you're both seeking for the best in the creative environment, the best song, and you know how to push yourselves just to the right boundary, the right amount to the wall before something breaks. So that's how great art, I think, is made.
I'm about to break, by the way, Jeff.
Well, I was going to say, that's why Carolyn and I are such great collaborators. You just nailed it.
You know what I'm missing right now? The last time we spoke to you, it was during COVID, and you were in LA, and you had the piano with you.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
such a storyteller with your piano that you can't help it when you're near it.
Of course.
You can't help but incorporate it into the interview. And I remember I was just so taken when you were talking to you, and you're just like, so, and then we did this, and it's like, oh my gosh.
That's Carolyn's way of saying we do have a piano. Wheel it in.
Will it in.
Legends Miss and Lavender is available now. Stephan will also be heading out on tour in early October. It is always great to see you.
Thank you for having me.